So the cranes that you mounted last week soar up into the sky and head towards the northeast. And as they approach the Palace of Heart's Desire, you can finally see Prismia in all of its glory as it stretches out before you. You approach over the course of an hour, but you get the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, that's nice.
The palace looks beautiful from a distance, although as you get closer, something appears to be wrong with it.
Oh, God.
And the birds fly over the large white wall, which is coated in vines, and it emerges dreamlike from the clouds. A great marble tower ringed by delicate spires casts its shadow over the rooftops below. Another tower teeters nearby, torn from its foundations and held aloft by a coiled beanstalk. Monstrous vines cling to the palace walls and choke the promontory of rock on which it perches. The birds arrive in a line, one by one, and land in a beautiful garden. And I'm just going to transfer you guys to the map.
Where the hell are we?
You land in a beautiful garden. You are now in the Palace of Heart's Desire, Andy.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I can say it. It's all right. Got you.
You'd mounted giant cranes.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, and without even wearing a hard hat, you'd flown all the way. Right, here we go. I transfer you to the Palace of Heart's Desire. The birds land one by one and stand and wait for you to dismount.
Well, I shall get off my bird and say thank you.
And as you do, the bird turns, inclines its head, and with one flap of its mighty wings, takes flight.
I'll be like Tom, actually.
I shall say to my bird, I haven't got a clue what's going on, but thank you for the lift.
Yeah, I'll get a light off mine and say thank you as well.
Oh, I'll see if I can get a light off mine as well. Get me Rizzler papers out.
And as you...
Does mine go, you slept all the way, are you?
Aye. Oh, you're awake finally. Because he's a Scouser. Oh, so you're awake finally. And as you stand looking about this beautiful garden, you see hundreds of birds burst from the canopy of the ancient forest below you. The Palace of Heart's Desire is at the... even though it looks like it's on the same level, it's actually looking down over the entire of Prismia. So you can see in the distance the map that I showed you earlier. And as you look down, hundreds of birds burst from the canopy, the ancient forest, and scatter in all directions. A moment later, a much more fearsome creature emerges. It erupts from the woods, a sinewy pale green dragon that takes to the sky and flies towards the palace. Its mighty wings carry it to great heights.
Oh, that's not good.
Once above the palace, it drops like a stone and vanishes from sight behind the palace's high walls.
Right, I'm out. See you later, boys.
Oh, bloody hell.
That looked just like a dragon.
It looks like no dragon you've ever laid eyes on, I know that.
It looks like a Wookiee jab.
Indeed it is. Right, so now that you ducked beneath the tree as this thing flew overhead, and then it vanished into the palace somewhere. You look around, you're standing next to that tree, and you're standing next to a patch of flowers, and as you look at the patch of flowers, Elvanlaw, you see a bee just coming into land on one of the flowers, but it looks as if it's frozen in time. Its wings are not beaten, and it's just hanging in the air above the daffodil.
Oh, that's really strange.
Looks like some kind of status spell.
Just to the south of you, you see a set of silvery gates embedded in the outer wall. Ivy clings to them and runs all up and down the gates. And to the east of you appears to be a tent or pavilion of some kind. And from the east you can hear music and voices.
No, I'll amble over and have a look.
I think, yeah.
Just to the northeast of you, there seems to be a set of standing stones, where you can probably see from the map a bridge is to the far east.
Towards that bridge area, towards the northeast.
So to the pavilion first, eh?
Well, towards where the voices are, I think, Guy.
Yeah, the music and the voices are coming from the tent to the east.
Yeah.
Yep, head that way.
Right, so you guys head over there, and it only takes a short while for you to arrive outside the tent. The entrance to the tent open. And
peek in.
You peek inside. 7 guests, one of them a giant talking bear, lounge around a picnic table covered with an emerald green cloth and laden with cakes, teapots, teaspoons, and cutlery. 2 of the guests are motionless and silent, but the others are engaged in spirited conversation. At the back of the pavilion, a string quartet of badger minstrels plays delicate chamber music. Do, 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 They don't seem to have noticed you.
I'm going to announce myself. Greetings. Sorry to disturb you, but can you tell me what's happened to this great palace? It seems to be in disarray of some sort.
Right, so as you look bear your eye over the guests, you have a guy who's dressed in like your typical farmer costume, like dungarees, a big hat, has a straw hanging out of his mouth. An aristocratic looking elf gentleman. He's got a high collar and posh looking clothes. You have a headless dwarf.
A what?
A headless dwarf. You also have a large brown bear and a female human who appears to also be wearing noble clothing. And she's sitting at a table. There's a big pile of parchments next to her, and a quill floats by itself. And as she speaks, the quill scratches onto the pieces of parchment. The elf gentleman turns and says, we have guests.
I'll sort of, obviously I realise I'm in the presence of the little echelons of society, and I'll sort of bow and like I say, pardon me for the disturbance, but we've travelled quite a way to get here, me and my fellow companions.
I would imagine so. Each of these fellows and ladies have travelled some distance themselves. The headless dwarf stamps his foot once. The bear, holding a small, triangular sandwich delicately between two claws, the forefinger and thumb, says, yes. Yes, we're all from different worlds. Pray, where do you hail from? And the guy in the farmhouse is like, oi, whereabouts are you lot from, then?
We're from a far-off distant land, through beyond the Feywild. And we hope to get back to our families and our friends. But we got brought here with a task at hand, to help restore tranquility to these lands, and restore the lands to its former ruler. I think her name's Lady Zabilna.
I think you must be mistaken, because we've been waiting for the representatives of the ladies of Bilna for it must be an hour now. The farmer goes, no, and then he's got a sack that starts going like that as he grabs it and attempts to wrestle the sack to the ground. No, it's been at least a day. The dwarf stamps his foot twice, and the female says, no, we've been here over a week, I think. And at that, the quill begins to scritch. The two other guests who are not moving appear to be a halfling male, who's just dressed in normal clothing, and a large female orc dressed in full war armor. She's got war paint on, and from the looks of her, she looks quite important. She's got red streaks across her cheeks. Yes, I'm sorry, we seem to have lost count of how long we're here. Apparently the good ladies, the three sisters, told us she would not be long.
What's in the sack?
Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Sumai, and I'm from the world of Toril. This is Yamzu, and here we go. And it goes, let me out, and I'll bite your bloody legs off. He's a rather angry pumpkin, and I need the lady to sort of stop him eating my sheep, but I don't want to hurt the fella.
But while we're on introducing ourselves, my name's Britwick, and this is my little companion Snoodles. He's a crocodile.
Oh, he seems much better behaved than Yamzu do.
He has these moments.
And now that you looking closer, you notice Lord Eld, who's introduced himself, the elven guy, he actually seems to be a living statue that's been painted very delicately. And you had to get pretty close to him. You can hear a very slight grating of stone. Oh yes, I'm from worth. And I need to speak to the lady myself because I need this effect to be undone from the family curse. I've been turned to a living statue, you know. So you're welcome to wait with us, but obviously, if you are in search of Sibylla, then we would be most appreciative if you would communicate that we were waiting here in the guest tent, as it were.
So it was all three of the sisters who told you to wait here.
Yes, apparently they are representative of Queen Sibylla. She's quite busy and she can't speak to us at the moment. They said wait here for 5 minutes or so and they'll get around to it.
Think she's lying to you, mate.
No, we've definitely only been here 5 minutes. So I says, no, we've been here over a week.
Whence do you expect her representative to come?
Any minute now. Every hour the finger sandwiches and the little cakes are refreshed. And hold on. If I've only been here 5 minutes, how are they refreshed? That doesn't make any sense.
Magic in it.
The leader of the Badger Minstrel says, "Oh, let's play it again, lads. Play it for those fine ladies."
I think she would suggest these standing. I suggest we have a look at these standing stones.
That's not a bad idea.
Let's
From the outside, of course.
Britwick, you notice that there is an actual envelope on the table with your name on it.
I shall sidle over to the table and sort of kind of reach me hand out slowly, pointing at the envelope and looking at the woman with the quill and going, "Do you mind if that's me, that?"
Oh, no, we've been far too polite to open it. It's not addressed to us, but yes, if you're the Britwick in question, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. I shall scoop it up and tear it open.
So you tear open the wax seal, and inside is just a simple note, and it says, "Many thanks, may fortune smile upon you, yours, Sir Talivar."
Okay.
He was that fairy dragon, wasn't he? I think.
Oh, that's right. The one with the tash. That's him. Little purple fella. Cage.
That's the one.
Needed a key.
Please, do try one of the cream cakes. They are excellent.
No, it's okay. We don't want to get
I'm
caught
eating
up
cream
in
cake.
You greedily munch your cream cake down, smearing cream all over your chin and grin happily. So on.
Like I say, I'm heading out to have a look to see what these stones are.
So you arrive at the standing stones. 12 moss-covered stones standing form a ring in the centre of a small clearing. An arcane sigil is inscribed on the inward-facing side of each stone, and the space between the stones is free of vegetation.
Are the sigils all the same?
No, they seem to be different.
Do I recognise them?
Can I have a look at some of them as well?
You guys can give me.
I'll walk round to the north to the tradesman's entrance and have a look.
Oh dear.
Tradesman's entrance is always to the north.
You can give me a DC 15 Arcana check.
Well, I can try.
Christ.
Or perhaps
I've got not all chance.
them
Told you.
God.
Told you. Told you.
them is magic sigils, them.
Well, I could have told you that.
Oh, that's
I
really
think
good.
this here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12.
Don't. It says A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
No, it's January, February, March.
So, you've examined this and you have not figured out what it is. Again, as you move into the centre of the standing stones,
No,
Elvana,
not doing that.
You see all the flowers seem to be frozen, and you see the odd fly caught in stasis in the air.
That was a bad move.
To the very far east and the west, you see two great towers. The one to the west is the one with the one to the east is the one with the broomstone, and ahead of you to the north is the massive castle of Heart's Desire. But there does seem to be other things in the garden.
Can we feel any wind blowing, Rich?
No.
Where did the Jabberwocky go?
It flew overhead over the castle wall, and then dipped down behind the wall on the other side.
Oh, so we don't know, if it's gone into one of these towers then?
It's unlikely it's gone into one of the side towers. It looks like it went into the castle.
Right.
Where the Jabberwocky, my son?
Right, I shall get a crayon out and write on my rapier, Snicker Snack. Because it's the closest I'm going to come to having a Vorpal sword.
I just write Snickers on mine, because you're never the same when you're hungry.
Oh, God.
So where dost thou wish to depart now? Or are you going to examine these circles further?
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at the circles further.
I'm going to eat another cake.
I think we'll go around the north side.
I want to be the north at the circle so I can get a better view of this garden.
Andy, as you come round, you see to the north.
Hello.
what looks to be a fountain in the distance.
Oh,
And
fountain be buggered. Is it fountaining?
from here you can't tell, but there's definitely a plume of water coming up and going overhead.
I'll hang on a minute and see if anybody else comes round this side, and if not, I'll wander over and have a look at the fountain.
I'll follow Randy round.
Me too.
Go ahead, follow round then.
Yeah, head with the group.
I shall point and go, there's a fountain over there.
And is the fountain moving, or is that frozen and all?
From here you can't really see. You can see there is a bridge to the east. There seems to be a large pool to the northeast, a ruined moss-covered bridge ahead to the north, fountain to the northwest, and there seems to be something bordered by a round bronze fence to the northwest.
What with it?
Whither do they go?
I'll go and have a look at the fountain.
Right, the marble fountain rises from a plinth in the bank of the stream, overflowing time-frozen water that spills from the mouths of sculpted animals. The frozen space surrounding the fountain creates rainbows in the air around it.
Big question is there any pennies in it?
No, there's no pennies in it.
Well, I was thinking of dipping me paw in, but I'll not. There's no money in it. Do you get the feeling that the whole gaff is in stasis, and so is Zabilna, wherever she might happen to be? So what we're looking for is a large square button with 2 rectangles on it. So we can switch the pause button off.
Indeed.
I shall throw a silver piece into the fountain and make a wish.
Right, you throw the silver piece, it turns end over end, Dave. And then as it hits the water, there's a bit of a glooping noise and it kind of sticks into the water. Doesn't go all the way in, just like sticks in.
So is it the water semi-frozen?
Well, you can have a look.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look.
Right, the water itself is not moving, however, the coin has stuck in it.
I drop a copper piece in to see what happens to that coin. See the difference between the metals.
No, again, the copper coin sticks into the water.
Can I try and... Is there any, small branches of one of these trees that I could reach and try and snap off?
Yeah, easily.
Right, I'll do that, and I want to try and once I've got the branch off, I want to stick the branch in the water and see what happens to see if the branch freezes or if I can interact with the water.
Right, you grab the branch, and it's quite a thin little branch, so it should be easy, but as you tug on it, you're unable to move it even one jot, and you're certainly unable to snap it off.
Interesting.
Indeed.
It all smells magic.
Or you're practically vibrating with magic, girl. Vibrating. So Britwick and Sherlock, from where you're standing, you can see to the northwest something surrounded by a large bronze fence.
Right, let's go there.
Yep, let's have a look at that.
Well, from what I can see, it looks like one of these pans things, a fawn, playing a pipe.
I'll head across the bridge.
You head across the bridge, okay? So you head across the bridge. And like I said, the bridge has moss starting to grow over it. And ahead of you, you see a great white castle wall. And directly ahead of it is a pair of large double doors. Where do you want to head?
Across the bridge and to the left towards that pan pipe thing.
Okay, so you walk across the garden and you see a fragrant rose garden bordered by a bronze fence. The roses come in a variety of colours with few white and black specimens among them. Glistening spider webs cover the rose bushes.
How big are these spider webs? Do I think there might be a big spider?
Pretty big.
What?
Pretty big. So the fence is low enough that you can see over the top, except for Sherlock. And you can see, now that you're close to it, Nutmeg and Sherlock, in the heart of the rose garden, coiled around a statue of a prancing satyr holding a set of pipes to his lips, is a thorny vine bush with 5 roses growing out of it. Each one is a different colour: black, blue, green, red and white.
That doesn't look normal.
Interesting. So 5 roses and 5 of us. Maybe it's just a coincidence.
Aye, maybe we should leave well alone.
Also from here, you can see to the southwest of you, Sherlock, what appears to be a large woodcutter's axe stuck in a tree stump.
Oh, Nutmeg, have you ever used an axe before?
Oh, I didn't like axes. I like my bonker me.
Well, I was only asking.
Oh,
Oh,
You never asked me.
Pool, the bridge, the two towers, Elvana, or the main castle?
I'm going with the rest of the group. I'm not staying here alone.
Right, you look over the wall at this rose garden, the statue of the satyr, and the strange bush growing 5 different coloured roses. If you go down and look at the axe, and this is a gleaming great axe embedded in a withered tree stump near the bend in the river.
Ah, yes.
I want to go and have a look at one of the towers.
Which tower do you want to have a look at?
The nearest one.
Okay, you can head down that way then. Yeah, it looks solidly driven into the tree stump there.
I'll try and pull it out.
Right, so you grab hold and give it a gentle tug and it doesn't move. You plant both your feet and heave with all your might and it still doesn't move. It doesn't even move a little bit.
You want a hand there, Shylock?
Aye.
Right, so
I'll go and give the lad a hand.
both of you, like the story rhyme, you put your hands around Shylock's waist and he heaves and Britwick heaves and yet the axe will not move.
You don't think it could be stuck in here by stasis as well, do you?
Quite likely.
Right, so are you heading to the tower to the southwest there, Nutmeg?
Yeah.
The party begins to split. So you flutter down to this great tower. The oak trees, the base of the tower is 10 feet higher than the garden floor. Stairs lead up the outer wall to a double door at the top. A bronze plaque above the door reads Envy in common. The tower is 30 feet tall and has apparently no roof.
Oh, I'll go and have a look through the roof then.
You're flying up, Nutmeg.
Are there
Yeah, but I'll
five?
close my eyes.
Are there 5 towers, Rich?
There are 2 towers outside. There are towers adjacent to the castle. The castle has many towers and turrets.
I was just thinking with those 5 roses, whether envy green, whether one of the roses is green.
I like the way you think.
Probably wrong.
You're not going to the door. You're going to fly up so you can look over the top.
I love it when he gets enthusiastic. I'm always thinking, should I shouldn't I?
Right, give me a Constitution saving throw there, Nutmeg.
Are you pushing or should I just roll?
You can just roll it if you want. A 3. So you get 10 feet in the air and then you start to feel all woozy-headed.
Oh, I'm going back down. Oh.
So you can get onto the balcony if you wish.
Yeah.
Because that's 10 feet up. And then you start to feel a bit lightheaded and land in front of these double doors. Elvana and Dobbsy, are you doing anything as party seems to be wandering about? You can see the party meandering out through the magical garden, all separated.
I'm going to have a look at this pan statue figure thing
I'll hang close to it just in case.
because that's weird as can be.
If we cannot shift this axe.
We'll go back to the pan.
Right,
Oh.
Elvana, you jump over the bronze fence and start to head through the beautiful rose garden. And as you do, 3 terrible spider-like humanoids leap up from their places under the ground, akin to a trapdoor spider, and they go, "Get out!" And they raise their arms in a frightening pose and go, like that at you.
And are the humanoid, did you say humanoid or spiders?
Yes. Oh.
Would I be able to turn into one of them, do you think?
Did it look like that, what you call it, that
Jesus
we
Christ.
faced before?
Oh, they're weird looking.
From the sloping tower? Because he was like a spider thing, wasn't he?
It does look similar, yes.
I'm gonna try talking to one. I'm gonna say, sorry to bother you, but can you help us? We don't mean to intrude on your beautiful garden and mean no harm.
Make a persuasion check.
Wait a minute, skills.
You can see the desiccated husks of pixies.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The
Oh,
desiccated...
can I use an inspiration?
You can, yeah.
Thank you.
Roll it away.
I just. Oh God.
Roll it again. You have inspiration.
Thank God for that. Jesus God, that's really bad. That
So
one.
untick your point of inspiration.
Thank you.
Okay. You can see the desiccated husks of pixies hanging in the spider webs.
Things seem to be either frozen or time has seemed to stopped for a lot of things in the garden. Do you know why?
It shrugs its large, hairy shoulders. No idea.
And you haven't happened to seen Lady Zabilna of late, have you?
No, we don't go in the castle. We like to hunt our pixies out here. Licks his lips and his mandibles click together.
Hunt pixies, you say?
Delicious. Crunchy, crunchy.
Is that statue? Is that a statue of a fawn, or Was it real at one time? Has it been turned to stone?
I don't know. It was here when we moved in.
Oh. Well, thank you for your time. I will not trouble you any further. Do you mind if I just have a quick look at the statue and then I will leave? I'll not disturb your garden because it is a very beautiful garden, I must admit.
Well, yes, if you're not here to cause trouble, then. And the other two talking about is slinked back under, and it looks exactly like a trapdoor spider's trap, but for a giant,
really big,
giant humanoid big spider thing. And the last one says, shrugs its shoulder and says, "Okay, don't mess with any of the webs, though."
I won't touch them. Scouts on it. I have a quick look at this statue, closer look at the statue before I exit the garden.
Right, the statue looks real, basically. It looks real, although it is stone. If you knock your knuckles on it, it is actually stone. And it has the weird magical rose bush at its feet.
That's bizarre. I'm not going to smell the flowers or anything because I think things are really weird here.
The black rose appears to drip acid. The blue rose has lightning crackling between its petals. The green rose has like a green gas emanating from it. The red rose is wreathed in fire, and the white rose is covered in frost.
Oh,
Dragon roses.
But yeah, the satyr does indeed look totally
I wonder
real.
if these were originally dragons and the bushes have been turned, and the dragons been turned to bushes or something. I'm not going to mess with these. No. And I know how powerful dragons are. And I'll move out to the garden carefully.
Okay, so if Elvana steps back out of the garden, presumably you'll report the roses to the rest of the party?
I will, yes.
Right, Nutmeg, you're by yourself. You're standing outside of these tower doors.
Well, I'll push them open.
Yeah, they're unlocked and they easily slide open. Going cautious to the wind, oak trees fill much of the interior of the tower. Rays of light cut through the canopy, illuminating a marble pedestal that stands at ground level. Swathed in tree roots, a hulking lion, seemingly made of iron, stands on the pedestal, flicking its tail in irritation. "You can call us Envy," it says.
All right, mate. What are you doing?
It says, "We would have you kneel before Envy."
No.
It begins to growl.
That's what he's got there.
Look, what are you doing?
"We do not answer questions to the like you. Kneel before us, and we might reconsider.
So all I've got to do is kneel down and you'll answer me questions?
We might deign to answer your questions."
No.
At this, it leaps to attack.
Rich,
Yeah,
I would like to rage.
I'm sure you would.
Oh, God.
Let's roll some initiative. I'm presuming that you guys can probably hear the roll.
Yeah.
Hear the roar as Nutmeg begins to rage. Let's see what happens with Nutmeg. I'm really terrified now.
He gets eaten.
That is not really a barbarian one. That's more of a magey one, so we'll re-roll that one.
Okay.
You're not casting a spell. For the next minute, you regain 5 hit points at the beginning of each of your turns.
Oh!
That could be handy.
And
That is good.
I've got the rage effect on, yeah?
You've got the
click it.
No, stick your rage effect on, and I need to find an effect and see if I can find a regen edit. That'll do. Regen 5, and you have 5 turns. All right, so basically you guys don't go first, so it's Nutmeg to go first, who goes before Envy. So you rage, Nutmeg, and you indeed go first.
Right. I will charge Envy and smash its head in. Right.
I'm sure you will.
Right, charge it Envy, and I will hit it with my bunker a couple of times.
Right, go ahead.
Can't dare it move my thing in case I break anything.
Okay, I've opened up the thing. You should be able to see Envy now in the.
I can see him, and I've got him targeted, but I don't want to move me guy in case it breaks.
You'll be fine, man. Control and click as you charge towards
There you go. Hey,
Envy.
smashy.
A critical hit. You strike the lion, and indeed it seems to be made of iron, as there's a resounding bong. You guys hear a loud lion roar and a resounding bong.
I'm gonna play you like a fucking drum.
I start running.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Right. So the first thing that happens is Envy breathes out a cloud of noxious poison, and you succeed. That's pretty terrible. That's not fun at all. Right, okay, so now we go to the next round. Everybody, you hear this roar, Britwick, and it's your turn to go for
Well, in that case, I shall run
towards
across the river.
Yeah, are you going to run along the water or try and jump over it?
Oh, well, I suppose I could do either, couldn't I? I'll just plodge through it.
Right, so as you run over it, it's like that stuff that's a non-Newtonian liquid. It's got the consistency of dough, and you leave footprints in it. Yeah, it's like custard.
Oh, cool.
And as you run across it, you leave like rapidly removing footprints in it.
Oh, I'm going to have to... I'm sorry, Nutmeg. I'm going to have to stop and turn around and, like, poke it with me paw.
Yeah, again, it's got the consistency of custard. So Britwick stops at the river, ending his turn, starts playing with the custard river. Dobbsy, what would you do, Dobbsy? You're next.
Do I know which direction this sound's coming from?
Yeah, the southwest.
Right. I will go down this way. I will dash.
But you two plodge across the river, the consistency of custard, ending up right next to Britwick, who is busy poking it with his stick or your finger.
Oh, me foot.
He's busy poking the stream with his foot.
I'll look at Dobbsy and go, hey, it's cool, isn't it?
Tempted, but no.
Nutmeg.
I will bonk him again.
You will bonk him so much. You bounced off his iron hide twice.
So I'll headbutt him.
Yeah, so you attempt to headbutt him, and it actually goes clunk as you headbutt, and he goes, "You just try to headbutt me? I am made of iron, you know." Was that your turn?
Yeah, but I'm going to have to think of getting some salt water.
Okay, Sheerlook.
I shall dash my full 50.
Right, you dash, ending up just the other side of the river.
Where do you stand in this river?
It is Envy's turn, and he bites at you. And it bounces off your shield, or your cloak, actually, believe it or not.
I am made of gold. I love gold, me.
And only gold.
And Envy doesn't have multi-attack. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. Elvana, you see everybody take off like a bat out of hell.
I'm going to head over, sprint over there.
It is only sensible.
60, isn't it? Yeah.
As she runs past, I tell her, don't forget about the anti-iron dust you got. Or can I not tell that it's made out of iron?
But you don't know yet.
All right, I won't say it then.
So you dash to there, Elvana, yeah?
Yes, I'll not stand on top of, on top of Sherlock. Yeah.
Right, Britwick, having been prodding this river.
Right, yes, I have recovered from poking the river, as it were. Right, hang on. Yes, right. Well, I think the first thing I'd best do is I'd best cast the arms, because I feel I'm going to need them. Wait a minute. That's... Yeah, hang on. Oh, there it is. Right, yes, 2. I thought it was. There it is. Right. Now, and I will run round here and scramble up onto the balcony, if I may.
Yeah, easily enough. You don't have to move around that because it's a wall. Do you see this large iron lion attempting to eat?
Looks. Right. I'm going to run in with me bag of holding out and try and jam me bag of holding over its head.
It's bigger. It's too bigger than that. It's gargantuan. So.
Oh, okay.
You can't get it over its head.
Well, I shall give it a clip then.
So you're running in and giving it a clip?
Yep, I shall run in and give it a clip and then run away again. I shall just target the beastie. Right, let me carry this head back and get up.
70 movement's just not funny, is it?
Good, like.
It is a hit.
So I shall give it a clip because I've done that. I can give it a clip with the old hands there. Now, do I have to roll an attack for this? I don't, do I?
For the arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you still have to roll to hit with them.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay,
it's an unarmed attack, isn't it?
And I'll get 2 goes with this if I remember rightly.
You do, yes, you get 2 goes with it.
That'll do. I shall try. It can have 2d4 necrotic damage and then back out there again.
Yeah, Hong Kong Fooey.
Yep, pretty much.
Right, we're on to Dobbsy, Mr. McShergar.
Yep.
Can I run straight up the wall?
Yes.
I will run straight up the wall and see what I can see over the parapet.
Over the parapet, you can see, so you're 30 feet in the air. You can see There you go. Nutmeg fighting a large iron lion.
Is it the only one I can see?
Yep, it is.
Right. How much movement do I have left?
None, because you moved 30 feet up the wall. And you
Okay,
have
that's fine then.
30 feet in the air.
That is fine. I will end my turn there then.
Okay, Nutmeg, back to you.
Right, I will recklessly bonk the crap out of him
As you should.
and put the nut in.
You recklessly, you headbutt an iron lion, and it hurts, I guess. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Shelook.
I shall dash into the doors and see what I can see. And then see if I need to dash anymore.
Right,
Or continue the dash.
You can't dash straight ahead. It's 10 feet up. You need to go round or climb.
Go around what?
So that is a staircase.
Right, can I dash up the stairs or what?
So you're running down to there, Dave.
Yeah.
Right, it's your turn because you dashed. Envy's turn again. It goes for the bite once more. This time he hits. You take some damage. You partially resist it though.
Yeah.
Indeed. Elvana.
I'm gonna dash over there
Okay.
to there.
Oh, aye.
At the bottom of the stairs you can see the stairs where you can hear.
Oh, excuse me.
Right,
Britwick,
okay.
Are you doing anything else?
Oh, it's me.
You've used your actions for dash though, however.
But I can use bonus action, can't
No,
I?
you've-
No?
You can actually use a bonus action.
Ooh, I can't see anybody, can I, on the stairs?
No. You can see Britwick looking in through some open double doors at the top of the stairs.
There's something wrong with my spells. They're all over the place. Oh no, they're not. Right. No, that'll be it for now. I can't justify using that just yet. Right. Okay.
Britwick, we are back to you.
Right. Well, I think what we'll do then is right. Hang about. We'll dash in here again, or should I say we'll nip in here again. We'll give him a wallop with the old quarter stuff.
Bounces off his iron skin again.
Well, we'll try it again.
That's a hit.
Have a bit of that, and then we'll give him a clout and give him a bit more necrotic damage, and then we'll dance back out the road again.
As if by magic.
Aye, as if by magic.
So,
Get me monk on.
Dobsy, standing 30 feet in the air, looking down at this.
I will move. Oh, if I'm still 30 foot in the air, I'll have to dash to get anywhere close. All right, I will dash.
Yeah.
30 foot down.
30 foot down the other side, yeah. Over to there.
And if I can't do anything because I've dashed, I will end my turn there.
Very good. Nutmeg again.
Right, I'll go for him again, recklessly, of course.
Of course, another crit. Oh, with a bonker as well.
Ooh, a good one.
It's a good hit.
That was a powerful bonk, that was. Clunk was me own.
As you miss the bonker. And then, Shelook.
I shall move up to there and I'll see what I'll save whether to continue my dash or not. So I think I've got 10 more feet of movement.
You do.
I'll move to there.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, I'll check to see if I've got any bonus action type spells. Probably don't though. Bardic Inspiration.
Indeed.
I will cast Bardic Inspiration on Nutmeg to do more damage, I think. Or does he pick?
No, it's the hit rolls, saving throws, I believe.
The hit rolls and he gets an extra D8 to hit.
He just gets the inspiration and he gets to choose what to use the die on.
Right.
Okay. Envy. Yes. His breath recharges, so he breathes air. 30-foot cone. All about you guys.
Should have stayed where I was.
What's about it? Hang on, I think I've got something that can help with this. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, the bloody thing.
Britwick. Britwick, you feel your muscles bunch up as you begin to turn to stone.
Hang on, I'm sure I've got something I can do about that. I just need to check. I've just bloody read it and I kind of think where it is. Check.
There's something about adding to a dex roll, I believe.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
You only rolled a 4, so it's going to be pretty difficult to pass.
Any chance of using inspiration?
Yeah, I'll re-roll that save for you again then.
Thanking you.
It's still a failure.
It's got one left, haven't you?
I've got one left. Go on, do it again. I might as well.
Oh, failure. Right, so you haven't turned to stone yet, but you, like I said, you are restrained as your muscles bunch up.
Right.
And you slowly start to see the ends of your fur just starting to harden into stone.
I don't like it.
That is Envy's turn. Alana.
I'm going to climb this staircase.
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom, I can't see because the map's all black.
Yeah.
That's me 30 movement. What can I see from there?
You can see through the door. You can see Nutmeg and Envy going at it. Britwick patting at his fur.
Cast Moonbeam on Envy spot.
Okay, that goes on his turn.
It does. So that is me action. And oh Jesus Christ, what am I going to do? That's concentration as well, isn't it? Fuck. Oh.
Oh no, the concentrations.
I know. Bloody concentrations. Can I cast a cantrip as well as a normal spell or not? No?
No.
No, I can't
The
remember.
cantrip has to be your main action.
Right, okay. That's fine. I couldn't quite remember if it did or not. Why can't I think? No, that'll have to be it for now.
Okay, right. As you damage Envy, rather than him taking damage or like bleeding iron blood or any of that kind of weird stuff, you see it looks as if he's becoming transparent. The more you hit him, the more transparent he's becoming, rather than physical damage. Britwick, right, you have to repeat the save.
Right.
Let me say when though. On the failed save, the target begins to turn to stone as restrained. The target must repeat saving throw at the end of its next turn.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I cannot do now because I'm restrained, can I?
You are restrained. You can't move, but you can still do other actions.
Can't move, but can still do other actions.
Yes.
Do you like have a missile weapon then?
Yeah, I do. I was just thinking that. I'll throw darts at him.
Oh,
Well.
hang on. Restrained is not. I was thinking grappled. I think restrained is you can't move.
Aye.
Yes.
Well, I would have. So you cannot do anything, can you?
No, you can't. Yeah, it's grappled.
I didn't think you could.
Okay, I really. You get another roll.
Right.
And
Go on, then it's just going to get worse. Yes, I thought so.
right. Yeah, you actually begin to turn to stone. Your feet up to your knees has turned to stone, and your hands up to your elbows has turned to stone.
Oh well, as long as it wasn't the other extremities. I mean, bite a rabbit and all that.
Dobbsy, it is your turn.
I nip in and
Shiv him.
shave him,
Shiv the bastard. Get in.
and then I offhand him.
You've been putting the wrong sneak attack on again. You need to delete that button because you've got like 3d6 sneak attack or something now at 6th level. Right, roll your offhand damage.
I need to roll my hit first.
Yeah, that's true. Roll the hit as it bounces off his iron skin.
And then I skip away with is it rakish audacity.
It is, yes. Nutmeg.
Right, you're getting on my last nerve, you are.
That's a hit. More hits. You battle away at him.
Kill him.
That's me.
Have you rolled your damage?
I only hit once.
Sheer look. Next to you, Britwick is turning to stone. A rather shocked look on his face.
Will Blesk add to his saving rolls?
Help me.
It would, yes.
I'll cast Bless on 3 people.
Go ahead. Put the bless on. Now you wish you'd given bardic inspiration to Nutmeg. Britwick.
And then I'll move.
All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. It's Envy's turn again. His breath weapon is not up, so he bites at... oh, sorry, not Britwick. He bites at...
He's got long teeth.
Nutmeg. He has got long teeth, hasn't he? Ooh, it's a crit.
Oops.
You partially resist as you take 23 points of piercing damage.
You bastard. I'm going to kill you for that.
Elvana, it's your turn.
Kill him.
At the end of his turn, doesn't the moonbeam go off?
Yeah. Roll the save and the damage on the moonbeam. Well spotted, McDuff.
What the hell? Why isn't this not rolling? It's not rolling. Is it not on my turn or something?
Yeah.
There. Sorry, I had to target him.
He takes half damage, but you still do damage to him. He burns. He's almost completely see-through at this point. We're back to Britwick.
Wait a minute, I haven't had me turn.
Oh, sorry. I thought, I thought your moonbeam was. That's very true. My fault.
It took us all my time to get here. I dashed all the way here. Right. How injured does Nutmeg look?
Oh, I'm fine.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I need to see how bad people are.
I'm actually healing on my own for some reason.
Is Britwick turned to stone, you say?
He's stone now up to his knees and up to his elbows.
Can I cast Dispel Magic on him?
You certainly can.
I'll do that then.
You cast Dispel Magic on him, but it does not appear to be a dispellable effect.
You need something like restoration or lesser restoration, I think.
Well, I've got lesser restoration, but it says when I read it, because I looked at the two things, it says the condition can be blinded, deafened, paralysed, or poisoned, but it doesn't say petrified.
Petrified is greater restoration.
So I thought Dispel Magic might have worked. I don't know. Right, okay, I'll just knock my spells off. I've done it anyways. Level 3, and my Moonbeam last round was 2. Was Moonbeam 2 or 1? 2. Right, that's my go. Sorry, Richie. I'll move into the room a little bit more as well.
Okay.
Be careful if he gets his breath back, so he needs the move so you can't catch more than
All
one
right,
of us.
no, I'll stay where I am then. Sorry. Good thinking, that man.
Right, well, Britwick.
Yep.
It's time. I'm sure there's something you've got where if you miss a dex save, you can add something to it.
Yes, I think there is as well. I just need to check what it is, because I can't bleeding find it.
It's Constitution save anyway. Right, I believe in you. Come on.
Right.
Oh, right. So it seems that the effect seems to have finally stopped. However, you still are partially stoned, and not in the good way.
No, and I cannot really move, can I?
You're restrained. I'm going to say you can only move at half speed, hobbling, and you can't unclench your hands because your hands are stone and your feet are stone at the moment.
Well, that's all right, because surely it won't affect me astral arms.
No, it won't affect your astral arms.
Right, yeah. right, you fucker. Come here. Right, I'm going over there.
So clink clank, Britwick the partially stoned rabbit hobbles over.
Yep.
And swings his arms.
Now,
like he was listening to Rock the Boat.
Yeah, but I suppose you won't be able to use the quarter staff, so I'll just hit the bastard. That's the ordinary arms, and then I can have a go with the other arms. Oh, you're kidding. Right, and I shall hobble away over here. There you are.
You hobble away at Dobbsy.
Move in and shank him again.
Yeah, make sure you get your right stealth attack this time.
Well, I've clicked the one that I've got, so hopefully.
Did he take that damage from the moonbeam?
He did, yes. He's almost completely transparent. You can only see his outline now as if he's made of glass. You're using the
hang on.
throwing thing again, aren't you?
God damn it. Offhand.
Yeah, Iron Lion's apparently very hard to hit. Hits. He's still going.
And then I dodge back again.
Somebody kill it.
Right, in that case, it is now Nutmeg's turn. You have stopped regenerating.
Recklessly smash his head in.
You hit with the bonker. Right, so he doesn't die. He starts making this choking noise in his throat as he fades away from existence. And you realise that he's laughing, and as he fades out, he says, "Good luck opening the doors without me here," and then vanishes. And he is gone from you.
I'll keep hitting him.
No, he's vanished. He's gone.
I'll keep hitting where he was.
Like you swing and swing and swing and spin round in circles. But he is gone.
I'll puff myself out after a minute.
You wear yourself out, swinging the bonker around. Poor Britwick is still partially transformed into stone.
Don't feel so good.
If he's partially transformed, would a lesser restoration work?
No.
Oh, it's worth a try.
So with some effort, he's walking, because obviously now he can't flex his feet, and he makes clunking noises as he walks. So you search around the room, but there's nothing here, no treasure or anything. That plinth appears to be just a normal stone plinth that the lion was stood up. Whither do you wish to go now?
Well, we haven't checked that pool out, have we yet?
I'm not.
Go and check the pool.
You want to head over the pool. So you walk through the frozen garden and head over to the pool. And as you look from the shore, you see things. Willow trees encircle this sheltered pond. Lily pads dot the mirror-like surface of the water, and hungry dragonflies dart about, feeding on motionless fireflies that form an unmoving cloud above the still water.
Won't the teeth just clank off the fireflies because it can't move out like that?
Apparently. So you, with the best perception, Britwick. Elvana, again, best perception, followed narrowly by Britwick. You catch the gleam of what appears to be something golden under the surface of the pool. You're not sure because of the weird light refraction how far it is, but it appears to be quite close.
I'll go and put my hand in.
So you put your hand on the water, and again it feels like dough or custard as you slowly slide your hand into it. But then You jump back with the start as a delicate hand made of water, black as winter's night, silently breaks the water's surface. The hand clutches a crown made of silver needles. Below the hand, under the surface, a school of shimmering black fish take on a vaguely humanoid. Falls the crowd aloft.
Take the crown off the hand.
You take the crown from the hand, and you hear a gentle voice on the wind in silver.
It's lying in ponds.
The beginning of whenever, the end of ever after, the start of an age, the finale of every moment, the first in history.
Can you put that in the chat so I can see it?
Yes, and I'm going to put the silver crown in the party sheet for you, Elvana.
Thank you.
But as you try to handle said crown, I believe I need
A death saving throw?
a death saving throw. No, the sharp needles on the crown make it difficult to handle without gloves or gauntlets. The needles prick your hands, and although they draw little rivulets of blood, it's not enough to do damage. But you sort of like you're like dancing it hand to hand as it's leaving little pinpricks of blood on your hands.
Yeah.
I'll hold my hand out. If she hangs it on my hand that I've made of stone, it's not going to make any difference, is it?
It's true.
Stop bleeding cement.
Ooh, good business plan.
Wrap it in. Grab me cloak and I'll pull it round and wrap it in that.
Okay.
Till we figure out what that's about. I don't know what all that's about. Right, now to work out what I'm going to do with Britwick. Right, and I'm just going to make a note of what's being said. I don't understand.
No, so sorry, the other tower is not the one that's right in the Beanstalk. The Beanstalk tower is in the actual castle. So you've got the bridge to go across to, the double doors, or you've got the other tower. When you look at the other tower, you can see there's an actual walkway leads across from the top of the tower that leads into the castle.
Oh.
I think we should check
the main double doors at the front of the castle.
I think we should check across the bridge first. We don't want to rush through this like we did with the last one. Want to dot all our I's and cross our T's, as it were.
So you want to check the double doors across the bridge first?
Well, no, across this bridge, the small bridge.
All
that's
right.
like, and I wonder if we head back to the tent, maybe one of these people might be able to get rid of cast greater restoration on Britwick. You know.
I'm just surprised that Dispel Magic hasn't worked. If it's a magical effect, I just don't understand.
I suspect it's like a fireball that's gone off. You know, you can't. It won't dispel the burns. You can dispel the spell, but it's the effect that's going on them now, and you can't dispel the effect.
Yeah, but Dispel Magic does dispel the effect of stuff.
Unless it was a breath weapon rather than a magical effect.
I'm wondering if them roses have got, if we can use them roses for anything.
What, you want to tangle those?
No, I'm just thinking the effects on the roses might come in handy if we need, like, say, to dissolve something with the acid one, or set fire to something with a fire, and so forth and so forth.
Well, the only way they'll let us have those roses if you do a bargain with them, and it'll have to be a bargain they'll want.
Or we just kill them.
So where are you going then?
Going towards checking out the other door.
Right, so you're leaving the roses for now. Okay.
Yeah.
So you
But
head.
it's the thought. I haven't forgotten about the roses.
Yeah. You head across the river to the other tower. Right. This one is slightly different. If I am reading this right, the base of the tower is 10 feet higher than the garden floor. There's no door to enter this tower. The only door is 10 foot. That catwalk is 10 foot above you, and there's a double door there. And it also appears that there's no roof on this one again. But you can see from on the ground, because the catwalk's 10 foot above you, there is a word written above that door, and that says Wrath.
Be some angry bugger in there then.
Might be an idea not to try and kill this one.
Might not give us a chance.
Battle.
So you either need to find a way to climb up the 10 feet, get onto the balcony, or a way to go over the top.
I'll fly up to the balcony.
I'll stroll up the wall.
Okay, so Dobbsy, you stroll up the wall, and again you see a double door, exactly the same as the one in the other tower, and it's marked Wrath.
Do you want us to chuck a rope down so everybody else can get up, lads and lasses?
You can do. Thanks.
Thank you.
Right,
so
I'll
you-
find somewhere I can secure a rope and chuck it down so they can get up the wall easy.
Yeah, so it's quite easy to do once you've climbed up yourself. No rules necessary, as you all appear on the catwalk, and the double doors lie before you. As the catwalk leads to the main castle, and there's a double door at the other side.
I will have a listen at them doors.
Them doors, there's two sets of doors. The southern ones or the northern ones?
The one that we're beside now, the southern doors.
Hockily dockily. So you press your ear to the door and you do not hear anything.
Are there any little windows or anything around this tower that we can see?
No.
If it doesn't have a roof, does that mean you can climb up the wall and look over it?
Mm-hmm.
I suggest that to Dobsy. See what he thinks.
Right, I'll go for a stroll up the wall.
You stroll up the wall and peer over the top, and it appears to be identical to the other one, except the tower is filled with hawthorns. At the heart of the thicket, a heart, seemingly made from iron, stands atop a marble pedestal, pawing the ground angrily. Strewn around the pedestal are a dozen empty baskets.
Silly.
I will go back down and let everybody know this.
I think I'll have a word. I think I might try and talk to this heart, because I've got very good persuasion. I'll open the doors and ask him if he needs any assistance.
As you open the door, let me just pop the little fella on there. There he's there. He says, "We are Wrath. Kneel before us."
I kneel and ask him if he requires any help or assistance.
As you kneel, his demeanour changes and he stops becoming aggressive. "We are pleased with this one. We do not require any assistance. We are merely here with our," and he sneezes his iron lip, "counterpart as guards for Zybilna's castle."
Oh, your counterpart seems to have faded away.
Ugh, that.
Could you tell me, dear sir, how do you feel about Sylvina?
Our mistress, Sylvina. She made us. Our love for her is absolute.
Hello?
It is our desire to free her from the curse that her three sisters have put upon her. I'm wondering if you can aid us in our quest.
I cannot leave here. I'm here merely to unlock heart doors.
Excuse me. I've worked it out because I'm dead clever. That thing that the watery tart said, it spells wrath.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you give the crown to him?
No, I think the crown needs to go to Zybilna to put her in as the rightful rule.
If you
That's why
place
I've
the
kept
crown upon my head, the heart doors will be unlocked.
That's probably a good thing.
Can I have a perception check to see if he's telling the truth?
You would not be able to tell. He's not showing emotion, and he's not giving any kind of body language. He's some kind of weird magical construct. He's not. You literally have no way to read him. You do recall Envy shouting that, "Good luck opening the doors without me."
Oh, whatever. I'll unwrap the crown carefully, but still holding either side with either side of me cloak, so that it's not actually touching me clothing, and place it on his head.
You place the crown of silver needles upon Wrath's head, and it fits almost as if there were magnets in both. And then it kind of like starts to fold in on itself. The silver needles retracting, the colour slowly changes, and the crown changes to a crown of golden roses.
Tell me, dear sir, what can you tell me about the different coloured roses in this bronze fenced area?
I know nothing of this. I merely am here with my counterpart to guard the Garden of Zybilna.
Did the Mr. Sylvina have any dragons?
That I cannot tell you.
My thanks, dear sir.
Yeah, he moves back, stand at you.
I'll ask him if he can please open the heart door, suppose, please.
The heart doors are open.
I bow towards him. Thank you, dear sir. I think you should go to these heart doors, because I just realised that stone bloke, if it was any of them that could unpetrify Brickwick, they would have unpetrified him.
So whether do you wish to go now then? You've got the doors at the other end of the causeway, or you have the main double doors.
These doors here, the causeway.
Okay, so
that's my suggestion.
You wish to do that? Anybody have any other suggestion?
No, that sounds like a good plan. But, you know that Wrath fella? Now, the other one, Envy. Well, shouldn't we not open all the doors?
Are you speaking to Wrath?
Yeah.
Well, now, if you see he's faded and gone back to his home dimension, he'll remain there until he's called back by Zybilna, and it's hard to place the crown upon his head if he's gone.
That's a good point there, like. But won't we need all the doors open?
Well, I know not what your plans are. I am merely here to guard the garden.
It's all right. We don't know what our plans are either.
I shall head towards these heart doors.
They're not heart doors. You're not sure what the heart doors reference. These are just two plain double doors at the other end of the causeway. Or there's the double doors at the beginning of the castle.
I'll ask Raph, are the doors that end at these causeway the ones that you've opened?
No, they are not heart doors.
So, where's the heart doors, if I may ask?
Around the castle.
And the outside of the castle.
Outside, inside, around.
So, what about the main double doors into the castle? Are they heart doors?
They are, yes.
Thank you, good sir.
So are you closing the doors and heading off?
Yeah.
So where are you going? Are you going back along the causeway, or are you climbing back down and heading to the front door?
I'm going along the causeway towards the central part.
Okay, you head along the causeway, Elvana, and you can see there's a small window that you can peer in, from which you can see maybe a barrel. Looks like the corner of a bed.
Oh.
The doors have got two plain handles on, like opposite each other. They're just like the pulley down handle type.
Try opening the doors.
The doors are not locked and swing open easily. Inside, you see a candlelit workroom containing tables, dressers, and bunks for the palace staff. 5 goblins are frozen in place like statues, caught in the mundane chores of ironing clothes, darning socks, and folding sheets. A row of brass bells is mounted along one wall. You can see there are other doors on the other side of the room from where you're standing.
I'll cautiously walk through the room towards the other doors and have a listen at the doors.
So you enter the Palace of Heart's Desire and move into the servant quarter. You can see there's a double door to the north and a double door to the west.
Try the west door, because obviously I have to pass that to go at the north door, and I don't like leaving anything at me back.
Right, so as you look around the room, you catch a faint sight of a movement behind one of the dresses against the wall.
Oh, my eyes dart towards where the movement was. Which direction did it move towards?
It seemed to be pressing itself against the wall in the corner here.
I'll move towards it and I'll say, come out, we mean no harm.
I'll message the others to come.
You don't need to be frightened.
I'll head over.
I know you're there, but I mean you no harm.
So as you peer, you can see down the side, you can see a strange humanoid creature. And it seems to be almost forming itself like rubber as it squeezes in amongst the in the small gap.
I'll hold my hand out to show that it's empty, that I've got no weapon in my hand, and say, look, come out, I might be able to help you.
I need roll me a persuasion check.
Oh.
It cowers back in the corner, its body melding like rubber, and you can see it actually getting thinner and thinner as its hand slips behind the dresser.
We don't mean any harm, dear sir. We're here to help. Tell us what ails you.
I don't think you're here to help.
Depends on who.
Nothing about you.
Who do you serve?
I do not think I wish to answer that question.
I'll lay some food out on the bed, and then I'll back away, because I don't know whether it's, creatures eating, but most living things eat. So I'll rake in me backpacking, get some bits of food and cheese and whatnot I've got in there, and lay it on the bed and back off away. Please, I'm not sure if you've eaten lately, but this little feast is all I have. You're welcome to it, and I'll back off.
Do I recognise the creature?
No, you do not. You definitely do not. He's got large pupilless orange eyes. I do not know anything about. Can't trust someone. Don't any.
Well, if you come out and tell you a bit of what do you want to know about me?
And as he's saying this, his body is slowly getting thinner and thinner. Like his hand is getting like a sheet of paper as it slips behind the dresser. It's quite disconcerting as it looks like he's made out of plasticine and he's starting to slip behind the...
I'll introduce myself to him. I am Sherlock Burroughs, Bard Extraordinaire. Pleased to meet you, dear sir. May I have your name?
Anybody could know such a thing about you, Sherlock Burroughs.
I see you've heard of me then.
You cannot know somebody, know the secrets about.
I always wanted to make passionate love to a giantess. How's that?
Oh my god.
Oh God! Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Give me a persuasion roll there, Sherlock.
Can you put him forward?
Hands over his eyes.
I know a man with a wetsuit, Dave.
Yeah. Are you going to use any of your?
I mean, bardic inspiration on myself.
You can't. I don't believe you can bardic inspiration yourself. I could be wrong. No, I'm talking about your inspiration die.
You'll need more than inspiration. You'll just step ladder.
And a plank nailed across his arse so he doesn't fall in.
Oh!
It's an oldie but a goodie.
But I'll also need about 13 foot of white cotton rope as well. Just in case the plank breaks.
25, not bad, Dave. So at this, he lets out a little snigger, and he begins to slide back out. I am Thinnings, and his voice has a weird, reedy quality about it as he slides out of behind us.
Welcome, Mr. Finnings. Glad to meet you.
I am the Lady Zybilna's butler.
Well, we are here to try and free her from the curse that her three sisters, the hags, placed upon her.
This would be good. I would love to do it myself. The hags used Zybilna's cauldron to place the entire Palace of Heart's Desire into a frozen time stop of some kind.
Do you know of what we can do to undo this?
Indeed. To free a creature frozen in time, one must touch it with a unicorn horn while speaking the creature's true name.
And I take it Sylvina is her true name then?
Zybilna has 3 names. She's very special.
May you tell us her 3 names, please, dear sir?
Well, Zybilna's her name that she uses normally. I believe one of her names is Ilgwil. The hags left 3 mercenaries here, guard the cauldron. I've seen them moving around the castle. They are trying to find a way to release one of those frozen in time. The one known as Kelek, he curses and swears, stamps about, casts fire from his hands at things in a fit of temper.
And this Kelek is one of the 3 mercenaries, or is he one of the ones that they're trying to free?
No, he's one of the mercenaries. He keeps going up to another who wears the robes of a mage, and cursing and swearing and attempting to pull his staff free from his hand. He seeks a way to remove things from temporal stasis.
Could you tell us about the other 2 mercenaries, dear sir?
One is an incredibly dangerous man, all brawn and flexing muscles. He wears a helmet from which you cannot see his face and has the wings of a dragon, and his magic sword will cut through almost anything. I believe he goes from the name of War Duke.
Body lad, is he?
Didn't that dwarf say something about a War Duke?
But the greatest danger of all is not the mercenaries. Zybilna's Jabberwock rents the palace and hangs round the cauldron, for Zybilna had taught Jabberwock to drink from it, making it impossible for Kelek and the others to get to the cauldron and do anything about the stasis.
Is this Jabberwock intelligent or beast?
I have not had the chance to converse with terrible things. Generally eats everything it can get its hands on.
Do you know if there's a way to kill it?
Anything. Oh, I kill it. The only thing that stands a chance in the entire castle is Zybilna's great owl, Bloodybeak.
And where would he be found?
He's in the aviary.
Can you point us in that direction?
Surely it is to the north, and he points up to the door in the north wall.
Is Bloodybeak likely to attack us if we approach him? Or will he, is it intelligent?
Oh, he will, unless you find a way to harm the beast, he will swallow you in one bite.
I have a means. I have a bit like a spell called Animal Friendship in my repertoire, and I am, I've lived alongside beasts most of my life. Let me try.
Of course. It will do no good unless you have unicorn, the one used to create the temporal stars.
Unicorn horn, you say?
I'm a little bit ornery.
He looks at you and says, "Oh, is that a real unicorn horn?"
Yeah.
What,
from a real unicorn?
Maybe you can clear the temporal stasis. He points to the nearest goblin to you, Nutmeg. He says, try it on him.
What's he called?
He says, I did have the name here a minute ago. Just let me read quickly through this. He says, that is Roger.
I'll say, oi, Roger, and poke him with me on.
There's a pop of magic and like bubbles float through the air as if from a bubble pipe. And he's busy halfway through darning a sock, and he stabs himself in the thumb with a needle, lets out a stream of expletive in goblin, and then looks about and goes, Thinnings? Who's this, Thinnings? Strange fairy?
I'm not strange. I'm odd.
Thing says, well, apparently you do have a real unicorn horn.
Yeah, I told you. I asked him nicely and he gave us it.
Well, if you can free that psychopath Bloodybeak, that's the only thing that could deal with the Jabberwock.
Just in case Lady Elvana's attempt doesn't work, what does this thing eat? Anything particular?
Anything it bloody well likes. I don't think you comprehend how big Bloodybeak is. There's an entire hallway set aside for it in the aviary.
So it's like the size of a rock then?
It will be a pretty big rock.
And we can still smell what he's cooking.
It uses the people's wing on them. Well, I hope you can unlock the mistress.
Oh, I'll give it a bloody go.
He says, if you're quiet and look through the window there, and points to the West Telek, and his men normally hang out in the throne room.
Splendid. Right, guys, so the plan is we're going to kill them all, right?
Well, maybe getting that Killbeak on our side, he might deal with them and that Jabberwocky.
I'd rather not kill the owl if you don't mind.
Well, from what he describes, I think our chances of killing this owl would be remote, to say the least.
Right, so look, you stand on tiptoes and peer through the window, and you can see like a great throne room down below. You can't really see from where you are. Actually, it's blocked. Your vision is blocked. You can just see the outer skirts of the great throne room. And around the outside of the throne room, it's like it's hovering in midair, and it's surrounded by lightning and storms as lightning cracks through the air. That's the throne room, he says. To get there, you need to go north, and then there's a ramp leading down.
Have a look at the north door then, you said to go north.
The kitchen's through there.
Yes, but is there another way to the north towards this owl?
No, you need to go through the kitchens.
Okay, head through the kitchens.
Pushing the double doors open, you see in the root of an enormous beanstalk, an 8-foot tall, 3-foot diameter multi-tiered cake rests on a large round table in the kitchen, which also contains a stove and an assortment of mismatched cupboards and work tables. 8 pixies are suspended in midair around the cake, each wearing a chef's hat and a flour-stained apron. 6 of the pixies squeeze cloth tubes that have icing coming out of them. The other 2 hold armfuls of tiny crimson candles. Thick creepers with broad leaves encroach on the kitchen through a partially open door in the middle of a concave wall. The roots stretch across the floor and coil around the large table, but not around a smaller rectangular wheel table that has 3 trussed-up giant rats on it.
Have you signed them on the trolley?
Nutmeg, do you think you could free the other goblins and these pixies, please?
Yeah, if you know the names.
Ask Finnins if he knows the names of these other goblins and these pixies, so we can free them.
Yeah, he can give you the names of the goblins and the pixies.
I'll free them, but I'll also test. I'll say. I was going to say, if we don't know any names, we can always go with Alan. Alan, stop!
So you free the goblins who leap up at your unexpected intrusion. To them, you've just appeared out of nowhere. And there's the same with the pixies. They squeak in delight and squirt icing all over you.
Oh, God.
As they get a shock. The 3 giant rats, however, just lie there on the trolley.
Ask the pixies about these 3 giant rats.
Oh, that's Bloodybeak's dinner.
I think we need to feed them then. You must be starving by now.
What do you mean? We only fed him like 20 minutes ago.
You've been ensouled, enchanted, my mate. You've been asleep for years.
What a plain liberty. The mistress is going to go bloody nuts if we don't get our cake finished.
Well, you see, here's the rub, my lads. Her 3 sisters have put her ensouled her too, and we're here to release her, if you get my drift.
Oh, bloody hell. Wasn't expecting that, like. This is for the missus's birthday. It has 8 teas and weighs 100 pounds.
Does it have her names on it?
It does not have her names on it, sadly.
So where's Axebeak then? Or Bloodbeak?
Bloodybeak. He's up in the aviary up north.
So the nearest north, the door's on the left or the right?
You can go through the ballroom on the right, or you can go up the corridor on the left, through the circular chamber, through the ballroom, and through the staterooms, and the aviary's there. or you can go through the right-hand one, and that's through the banquet hall, straight on, and then round the corner.
I tell you, why don't you come with us and push these rats for us?
Okay, he says, and attempts to push the tree, but it won't move. His face turns red as he leans against it.
Damn.
And it won't move.
Are these rats dead?
They appear to be frozen in time.
And we don't know.
They've got string tied around their legs, so Bloody Beak won't eat dead things. They can't be live.
So these are dead?
No, they're live. They look dead, like. It's very confusing.
What happens if you just the tree? Can you move the tree that they're on?
No, that it's fixed in time. It seems that the object's fixed in time. You can't move the tree or the trolley.
And you would not know if they had any names, these rats.
No. Why would you name rats to feed them to a giant owl? Oh, very confusing. It's only because Thinning is invited for you lot.
Why not just try naming them and try and seeing if they're...
Alan!
I'll go with Alan.
Yeah, you poke them a few times, but it's almost like a boo noise as you just randomly poke them to see what's happening. So, what now? As you move through the room, you do notice that the beanstalk has broken through the wall, and as you stand between the two doors looking, deciding which door to do, you remember looking from the outside, you saw a big tower that had been lifted in the air by a beanstalk.
Mm-hmm.
And this is obviously the bottom of the beanstalk. As you can peer in through the gap, you see a large beanstalk.
I think we should climb up. This might be a giantess up there, lonely, in need of good company.
You got a thing about him?
Got more than one thing about them.
But is this the way to the aviary?
No, they'd indicated you to go through either of the doors. The most direct route is to the right-hand door, which takes you to the banquet hall. The left-hand door, however, goes apparently past the ramp and in through a couple of chambers before heading towards the aviary. Oh, you've got a beanstalk.
Beanstalk it is.
Yeah.
You just want to climb the beanstalk, don't you?
I'll stick together. Don't like splitting the party at this point.
Right, yeah. So, this requires a new map. It's quite easy for Dobbsy to climb the beanstalk.
Can we do it so that I can, climb up a bit, find somewhere to anchor a rope, drop it down, let the others get up, and then go up?
Can I turn into a monkey and climb up?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
What, you're going to whistle through your fingers and summon your cloud?
So you climb, you turn into a monkey, and you easily climb up the beanstalk.
Where's the hell's the monkey? Oh, right, carnival monkey.
So the carnival monkey climbs up, as does Dobbsy. The rest of you, what are you doing with the rest of them, Dobbsy?
I'm going to flutter.
I'm going to use my rope to help them up.
Right, so Britwick's still going to need to make an athletics roll because his hands and feet are made of stone.
Well, we can find an anchor point and get the rope round him and just pull Dobbsy
Just
up.
yank him up.
Yeah,
So,
I'll turn back and I'll help him yank him up.
right, so with very little difficulty then, because you can do this, you appear at the top of a beanstalk.
Woohoo!
And the palace has been torn asunder by an enormous beanstalk. It's lifted one of its towers high in the air. The space beyond the open door is choked with rubble and thick roots that form the base. And you easily climb the beanstalk to the top, arriving on the top floor. Apparently, with the way it's broken the tower, you can crawl across the beanstalk here to get to a passageway or continue on up all the way.
What looks all the way up?
All the way further way up is the beanstalk tower. If you look on the image, do you still have the image of the Castle of Hearts of Light?
Nope.
No? Have you closed it, have you?
Yes.
So before you can see you've climbed up the beanstalk to the second level of the castle. But if you continue to climb the beanstalk, you'll arrive in the tower at the top.
Yeah, do that.
Yep.
Right, so you continue to climb and you arrive at the bottom of the tower, and at the bottom of the tower there's a broken off spiral staircase which you shimmer up, but appearing inside a tower which has been destroyed and is full of masonry and broken up bits and pieces and doinses. The interior of the tower is a mess of broken furniture and grass and vines. Amid the ruins, a toad wearing a tiny wizard cape perches on the lid of a treasure chest that has slid into the wall and becomes surrounded by junk. Says, evening.
Alright.
Hello.
Watcher.
What can I do for you?
How do you feel about Sylvina?
I'm Zabilna's familiar.
We're here to rescue her and undo the curse that the three sisters have placed on her. We're wondering if you know of anywhere we can help.
Yes, I could do that if you promise me, if you swear true that you're here to rescue Zabilna.
I so do truly swear.
Right,
I
feel that.
swear a lot.
You swear a lot. You feel that fear magic that little tingle in your tummy when you make fair bargains, Dave. And you're like,
Right.
oh, shit. He says, well, I guess you're only up then. He says, how can I help you?
We need somewhere to befriend Axebeak or Bloody Beaker.
Beak.
Aye, Bloody Beak.
You can
'Cause you-
try being nice to him, but he never stays friends with anybody other than Zabilna for very long. If you talk gentle to him and approach him, he should be all right.
Oh, brilliant to talk to people.
He says, yeah, I know a lot of things round here.
What do you know about this War Duke?
He's an evil bastard. He says he has a flame-tongued sword. How can you, he says, you'll need to get past the Jabberwock to get to the cauldron. The only sword that can slay the Jabberwock is Snicker-Snacks in the vault.
I thought Bloody Beak could kill him.
Oh, he can, if he doesn't eat you first.
So you recommend we try the vault then?
Well, whatever you think is appropriate. How are you planning on getting Zabilna to come unfrozen in time?
We have a unicorn horn.
How does a
We need to
unicorn
know
horn?
because we need to tap her with it, but I need her true name.
Oh, I know her true name.
Ah! Now we just need to find her then. Oh, you need to tell us her true name so I can tap her with a horn.
Her true name is Natasha.
Right, so where is she?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll need to find a way to get to this vault and get into the vault.
I will come with you.
Sounds like a plan.
Rich, I would like to cast aid on Britwit, Dobsy, and Nutmeg up
Okay.
level. So basically, they get 10. Their maximum hit points go up by 10, and they get 10 hit points as well.
Okay, not a problem. He says, yeah, that Natasha. When he says the word Natasha, there's like little fireflies buzzing in the base skull.
What's that there for? I'll pick in me ear and wobble me head around a bit if I can get them out.
You're picking your ear and rumbling your head around a bit.
Yep.
It's the name. It's not a fantasy name.
Yeah, it sounds...
Wrong.
Yeah.
He says, right, well, you're going to need these. And he taps the chest with his little froggy paw. And it pops open, and inside are a pair of boots. And this is what the boots look like.
Spanky.
Ooh, those are nice.
Ooh, we need boots with wings.
Winged boots, they'll help us to... He looks at your 4 feet and says, sadly, you won't be able to wear them.
Fair enough.
So, what is the plan, indeed? Oh, there's little Igric, look, bless him.
Well, I can't see him.
Right in the room next to you.
Oh, I can see him.
I can't see the room.
You can't see the room.
Oh, hold it. I can see the room now. Yeah.
Says, you need to watch that war chook, though. It's a bloody lunatic. But that Kellett keeps promising him treasure and loot and killings. So I doesn't know how he might be bought off, like.
But if he meets an untimely demise, it's not a loss, is it?
No, it's not a loss. I poured one of the potions on the beanstalk here, made it grow up so I could hide out of the way of them.
Good idea, that.
It doesn't want to mess with Kellic.
I don't suppose you've got any potions that could help our mate here, who's sort of turned us down halfway.
Yeah, but there'll be some in the laboratory. That's what she called it, a laboratory.
Oh, we've got one of them. It's where we keep the Carly.
It's in the northwest corner of the upper floor. I can lead you there if you like.
Yeah, please.
Yes, please.
You have a safe haven up in the beanstalk tower, and the Toad Igric will lead you off. We'll call it a night there.